What's up? What's up? What's up? I hope you are having a wonderful weekend so far. It just started, but we're going to go over 4 different dispute letter strategies for avoiding reinsertions because anybody can remove negative items from a credit report, right? But it is up to you with the strategies and methods that you are using so as you make it so that they are not put back on the credit report. In other words, a reinsertion. We're going to cover these 6 things. Is it possible to stop a reinsertion, if I could speak correctly? Strategy number 1, tactic and method to avoid this. 3, strategy number 2, dispute letter type and tactic to use. Strategy 3, dispute funnel method. Strategy 4, process of elimination method. And 6, what to do if it is reinserted. Now, you do not want to skip through this video. If you do, you are going to miss something super imperative. What is a reinsertion? Now, in case you didn't know, this is when you dispute an account, it is removed and then it is put back on. This can happen anywhere between 5 days to, let's just say, 6 months, okay? A lot of the times it's going to be the fault of the client that it goes back on, but it could also be that you used the wrong method and it just came back on because, hey, the creditor caught up on their paperwork and you did not make it a permanent deletion. So account is disputed, account is removed, account is put back on. It is called a reinsertion. Now, is it possible to stop this? Yes. Now, let's just address the elephant in the room. I just said yes, but I'm going to explain. No, it is not possible to stop a reinsertion from occurring. You can do everything under the sun to get a deletion just to find out it is temporary. You can do everything under the sun to prep your letters to avoid having this happen to you. And the plain Jane answer to this is simply that you cannot control what the bureau's creditors and collectors do. But you can make sure that your disputes and action plan give you every opportunity to come up with a winner. And I'm going to give you the top 4 strategies to prevent this from occurring. Strategy number 1 and tactics and methods to avoid. All right. So dispute letter templates. Who wants to get temporary results if you get results at all? I mean, a large percentage of deleted accounts get reinserted either once the furniture catches up on their paperwork. Okay, I had to pause the video real quick, but a large percentage of deleted accounts get reinserted once the furniture catches up on paperwork or when they take another look at the accounts after an automatic deletion from matching algorithms, okay? Now, false identity theft. The law may work in your favor initially, right? I'm a victim of identity theft, blah, 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 using the 605B affidavit and police report, but once it is verified as yours, the accounts will be added back on. I will also let you know that this significantly impacts your ability to get them removed again. Now, online disputes. Yeah, you can get some temporary results, but because you gave up your rights under Section 623 and 611 when they put it back on your credit report, you already agreed that you are okay with this occurring, okay? And they will not be removed again. Now, another thing, generic messaging. When you don't apply the specifics, the facts, the truth, and you do not use crystal clear arguments, your general messaging can cause confusion, right? In turn, the account may be temporarily removed until there's better understanding. Same goes for lies, such as account in litigation. Now, I know that there's a lot of people out there that say, hey, all you have to say is that account is in litigation, but if it is really not, you are really setting yourself or your client up for a lot of problems. Don't do that. Strategy number 2, dispute letter type and tactic to use. Factual disputes. You already knew that I was going to say that. So use the facts available on the credit report. Create crystal clear arguments, write a custom on-the-spot dispute letter, use simple targeted language, write as a consumer and not a business, statement plus facts plus request, utilizes the formulas in the structured language, no use or threats or heavy laws, statement of a law when necessary is okay, but you need to know actually, how to do this, how to use it. And then tactic type least likely to result in a reinsertion would be factual based disputes, okay? Now, strategy number 3. Did you know you can set the bureaus up? Now, if you have been paying attention and you've gone through the workshops that I've provided to you, you would already know that you can set the follow-up with the dispute funnel. Now, method for controlling the outcome. The method includes using dispute reasons and or tactics that push the investigation to the next step of the action plan. So let's just say that you already know you're not going to get a deletion on X round, okay? But you also know that by utilizing XYZ type of dispute or dispute reason, you can move this investigation, one way or another, right? You're basically stacking the cards in your favor instead of against you, okay? It's very useful for disputing difficult accounts or where the expected dispute duration is greater than 4 or 5 rounds. This uses factual disputes plus multiple tactics to achieve permanent results while lowering the probability of a reinsertion. This also takes away their available responses and actions. It is less stall tactics, less likely to be ignored. And number 3 allows for a lower percentage of reinsertions. This method not only uses the facts reported, but also uses a guided dispute strategy that doesn't allow for the bureaus to misinterpret reasons. Because you have to remember, the entire dispute reason is going to be converted into a 2 to 3 digit code, right? Oscar codes. This goes over electronically to XYZ creditor, and they need to know how to categorize it, okay? So you need to make sure that it is being categorized correctly, and so that you're not saying, hey, this is XYZ, remove it because of the XYZ violation, but they're saying, oh, well, this person's actually saying identity theft. No, that's not what I said. You don't want to get yourself or your client in that position, okay? It doesn't allow for the bureaus to misinterpret reasons and allows for permanent removal of very difficult accounts virtually all the time. So strategy 4, process of elimination method. So this strategy utilizes common sense, okay? You're ensuring that everything is included that will give you a ton of chances of permanent deletion and excluding what could result in a reinsertion. Step number 1, letter check. Step number 2, reason check. Step number 3, identification check. Step number 4, adjust your action plan. So what does this mean by check? You need to go through your entire dispute letter and you need to make sure that you are excluding and including everything that you're supposed to. Look at your dispute reason. Are you following the Agero formula? Is every single part and every single fact in there that is supposed to be in there? You need to take your time and go through this step by step. Number 3, identification. Remember that they can deny your investigation for yourself or your client if you are missing identification that is pertinent. That is ID and proof of address. Now, you will also need to furnish something with your social security number on it if you are disputing your social, okay? And then adjust the action plan. That one's pretty straightforward. Now, what to do if this is actually reinserted? Don't panic. Create a new action plan because obviously what you did, it didn't work, okay? Now, as long as you didn't dispute online, you can utilize section 611 to fight the reinsertion. As long as they violated by not notifying you within 5 business days of the occurrence, you can fight this violation. Consider whether you missed a step in the process. Use the reinsertion playlist found on YouTube, and that is an old link, but it is youtube.com/ask-Kristen, okay? And you can always find my links, but this is very, very, very simple, okay? We want to make sure that we are doing everything possible to ensure permanent results, okay? Now, I know there are instances where you may either be yourself or your client, okay? Where you may be in a situation where you just need something suppressed for a short period of time. You don't want to utilize illegal tactics that are going to allow this suppression just for it to come back on, because then it may be permanent for 7 years, okay? Keep these things in mind when you are disputing. It will allow you to get better, faster, permanent results. And that's it. I will see you on the next video.